Hey mathematicians, it's Justin again. I've got the walls of the treehouse up and I'm ready to start on the roof. Getting the angles right is critical to avoid a roof collapse. So I've been looking at the roofs in my town and I noticed that most of them are shaped like triangles. That must be because triangles are such a strong, sturdy shape. Plus, rain runs right off instead of making puddles up there. You're probably wondering why I'm in my attic though. Well, it's a good place to get an up-close look at a roof structure of my house. I used a protractor to measure the angles down by the floor, but I don't want to get on a ladder and measure that top angle. It's up way too high. I wonder if there's a way we can figure out how big that angle is without measuring it ourselves. So what we have here is a triangle with 3 parts. 2 angles I know, and 1 unknown angle. I want to measure the unknown angle without using a protractor. Can you think of anything we recently learned that could help? Take a moment to brainstorm in your guided notes. Last time we discovered we can solve for a missing angle by using part plus part equals whole. What if we started there, but instead used 3 parts since triangles have 3 angles? That would make it part plus part plus part equals whole. That would work, but I would need to know the whole. How many degrees do the angles in a triangle add up to? Maybe I can rearrange the triangle's angles into a shape with degrees I already know. I took a picture of my attic, so I'll draw out the triangle, and we'll call it triangle JKL. If we trace over each angle, then move them around, and line them up, they make a straight line on the bottom. Or is that a straight angle? How many degrees does a straight angle measure? Yeah, straight angles are 180 degrees. So that must mean the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Because when we put them together, they form a 180 degree angle. Given what we've determined so far, what equation could we write to solve for a missing angle in a triangle? We can set up part plus part plus part equals 180, because the whole for triangles is always 180 degrees. Okay, let's try that on my attic roof and see what we get. Angle J is 41 degrees, and angle L is 42 degrees. Angle K is the unknown, so let's use the variable K to represent it. Since we know our parts and our whole, why don't you try writing out the equation? We replace the parts and the whole, which makes our equation 41 plus 42 plus k equals 180. Remember, you can put those parts in any order. Now that we have our equation, time to solve. First, we combine like terms. 41 plus 42 equals 83. Rewriting, our second line is now 83 plus k equals 180. In order to get k by itself, I need to subtract 83 from both sides. And the final line is k equals 97. That means the angle up by the ceiling is 97 degrees. We better check our work to be sure, though. How could we check our work? I'll add up my 3 angles and see if they're equal to 180. Does 41 plus 42 plus 97 equal 180? Yes, it does. So we have the right answer. Is writing and solving an equation the only way to find a missing angle? Think back to last lesson, then write down at least one other strategy you could have used to find the missing angle. If you said subtraction or guess and check addition, great job. To solve by subtraction, we take the whole and subtract the known parts. So take 180 minus 41 minus 42, and we still get the same answer, 97 degrees. Guess and check addition is another option. What number plus 41 plus 42 equals 180? It can be a bit trickier with 3 parts, but some people prefer this method. Let's practice a few more problems. Use this picture to find some other angle combinations that'll make a stable roof. This time we know angle P is 77 degrees and angle R is 53 degrees. How large is angle Q? First, write out part plus part plus part equals whole. Next, identify your parts and your wholes, then rewrite the equation. Use Q for your variable. The parts are 77, 53, and Q, and the whole is 180. So your equation should be 77 plus 53 plus Q equals 180. But remember, you could put those parts in any order. So you could have had 53 plus 77 plus Q equals 180, or Q plus 77 plus 53, or 77 plus Q plus 53. You get the idea. Now we solve. Do that on your own now. First, add 53 and 77 because they're like terms. Our next line is then 130 plus Q equals 180. To isolate the variable, we subtract 130 from both sides of the equation, and that leaves us with Q equals 50. Then we check our work with addition. Add up all 3 angles and see, do they equal 180? If so, you're correct. 77 plus 53 plus 50 does equal 180, so we're right. The missing angle is 50 degrees. Let's do another one, this time a word problem. For triangle ABC, angle A measures 52 degrees, angle B measures 80 degrees, and angle C is unknown. What's the measure of angle C? This time we start by drawing a triangle because we don't have a picture given to us. First step, sketch a triangle and label the angles A, B, and C. Your drawing doesn't have to be perfect, and the angles can go in any location on the triangle. Next, label the angles by matching the numbers from the problem with the angles on your drawing. Now that you have your own triangle drawn, write and solve your equation. I'm going to lean on you for this one. Do the whole thing, start to finish, in your guided notes, then come back to see how you did. Don't forget to check your work, too. Part plus part plus part equals whole, rewritten, gives us 52 plus 80 plus C equals 180. Remember, you could have those parts in any order. We add the like terms, 52 and 80, which equals 132. We rewrite and have 132 plus C equals 180. Subtracting 32 from both sides, we have our final answer. C equals 48. Did you remember to check your work? Is 52 plus 80 plus 48 equal to 180? The math works. Angle C is 48 degrees. In order for the treehouse roof to stay up, the angles in the triangles must add up to 180 degrees. Well, I have these 2 angles lying around my workshop. If I use them, how large will my third angle need to be? These angles measure 67 degrees and 51 degrees. Draw a picture, then write and solve an equation to find the missing angle. Here's my drawing. After that, I wrote part plus part plus part equals whole, then replaced those words with numbers and my variable x. That gave me 67 plus 51 plus x equals 180. I combined my like terms, giving me 118 plus x equals 180. I subtracted 118 from both sides, leaving me with x equals 62. Then I checked my work with addition. 67 plus 51 plus 62 does equal 180, so I need to make the last roof angle 62 degrees. Then they'll form a triangle. Now that I've got some angles that'll work, I'm going to get started on the roof. In the meantime, finish your guided notes, then work on practice levels 1 and 2. Until next time, keep questioning, keep calculating, and remember, solid structures start with strong triangles. See you next time.